Welcome to Relationship Coaching Group Podcast. Whether this is your first visit or you've been following us, don't forget to download this podcast to reference later, because here we keep it real with scenarios, tips, and suggestions, everything relationship centered. Hello, I'm Roxanne, your relationship coach and host, along with my co-host, the professor. And together we've been coaching couples and singles for over 20 years, and now we're here to work with you. So get ready for today's podcast, because we're going to be talking about healing before dating. And before we get started, let's welcome the professor. Hello, Professor.
Hello.
So how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Just dandy.
Did you go and try that place for breakfast?
Sure did. It was lovely. Thanks for the recommendation.
Good. You're welcome. You owe me.
Yeah. So today, Professor, we're talking about healing before dating. And before you look at that right person, I'm speaking to my listeners. Again, before you look at that right person, you need to make sure you're in the right place emotionally. Healing before dating isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware.
Absolutely. Our last podcast was about letting go. You have to let go of that. Don't hold on to that relationship. This is the heal part of it.
Yes, it was letting go of someone you still love.
Yeah. And now you got to heal from that. And that is probably one of the hardest things for people to let go and heal. So I know you've got some stuff for us today.
Yes, I do have some pointers, and listeners, make sure you have that pen and paper so you can take notes.
And as you know, listeners, I don't get any insight. This is all raw what we're giving you. We're giving you straight from our knowledge and our hearts.
Yes. So again, I have to say this again. I have to go over this again, Professor.
Go for it.
Healing before dating isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. And let me share what healing actually means. Healing doesn't mean you never think about your ex. It simply means they don't control your emotions or decisions anymore.
Okay. Don't.
You want me to stop here?
Just stop right
there.
I want you to say that again.
Okay. Healing doesn't mean that you never think about your ex. It simply means they don't control your emotions or decisions anymore.
Man. Just hit the nail right on the top of the head from the get-go.
Yeah.
That is so true. You know, when in the last podcast, we talked about stuff, and I want to make it clear, you're never going to forget about that individual, especially if you have many years together. It will take time.
It takes time.
And that taking of time is the time where you're to heal, to not forget, but to process what has happened, to work on yourself, because you can't go into another relationship broken because you've already destroyed the relationship before it started.
Yeah. And here's the other point. Healing means you're not avoiding feelings. It means you can sit with your feelings without reacting impulsively.
Yeah. That means not picking up the phone and saying, hey, I was just going to check up on you. How are you? Or acting on those feelings of, I made a mistake. Let's get back together.
Or Professor, going out and want to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
You're acting on those feelings.
Exactly.
Revenge, retaliation.
Don't do that. No. Revenge. As much as you think that revenge will be sweet, no, smashing up someone's car is not. Trust me. I don't. How many phone calls have you got from clients that are in prison or in
Oh.
jail? Can we bail them out because they made a stupid mistake? We're not bailing you out.
You don't want to act on those feelings, those impulsive
Learn to
feelings.
control yourself.
That means you're not healed. But healing means that you can sit with your feelings without reacting impulsively.
You know when you've moved on, when you've seen your ex with someone out in the street and you don't even think about anything. You see him across the street, you glance, and you just keep walking. And it doesn't become this geared cog in your brain thinking, oh, that could have been me and all that stuff. You know then you've moved on.
Right. And we are talking about healing before dating. So these are
Yes.
signs that you're not healed. So you shouldn't date right now. But let's get these.
But a lot of people do because they think they've moved on. They want to convince themselves they've moved on. If you were in a relationship, let's say 5-year relationship, and it ended, and then 2 weeks later you're dating,
right, and
you are not ready,
right,
because you're not healed.
Exactly. Now, another healing point is, another healing point is you understand your patterns, not just your pain. You understand now what drew you into unhealthy relationships. So if you understand, because you have a lot of people that will go into relationship, they'll the same patterns, they'll find the same type of person, and they know it was unhealthy the last 2 relationships. But when you're healed, you understand those patterns.
Okay. So, lady, she's in her late 40s. And for the last 30-something years, she's been dating the same time. They've got to be pretty, cute, all these things with no substance.
Right.
She dates on looks, not on substance. There's nothing there. Some of the stuff that she's told me, and it's like, why?
Right. But it's a pattern.
It's the same pattern.
Yes.
Her criteria is they got to be cute. They got to have a beautiful smile. Every time she describes someone, it's a cute, pretty smile, all these things. That's it?
Yeah.
That's your idea of an ideal person for a relationship? Or if they have a nice car or a nice house, that's your, wow.
Break these patterns.
Yes.
And you'll find yourself in a healthier relationship.
Right. And be open. I think I mentioned this in a previous podcast. I watched this show where they pop your balloons and stuff.
I love those shows.
Yeah, because it really opens your eyes.
It does.
It's stupidness.
And it shows you what they're passing up.
Yeah, and it's a pattern.
Yes.
Because you're gonna. I watched. They popped their balloon because 2 of them said, "Oh, his shoes," and then everybody else started criticizing his shoes. Really, you're gonna pass up on this guy was a nice guy, and you're passing up because of his shoes?
Right.
That's a pattern.
Yeah.
You're self-absorbed. You're materialistic. Your ideals of what a good person is based on their shoes.
Right.
Come on. We got to do better.
Now, here's some signs that you may not be healed. You want to hear some of those?
Go for it. I'm ready.
Okay. Signs that you may not be healed. Take note. You're looking to try to replace your ex. Next one, you want someone new to make you feel better.
Can we stop right there?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Can we address the first one?
Okay. You're looking to try to replace your ex.
He's your ex.
Mm-hmm.
Then why do you want to replace him?
Right. Why do you want someone that fit that mold? But again, it's the pattern.
If it was not a good relationship, then why do you want to replace him?
Right.
No, you want not to replace him because you don't want the same.
Hello.
It's like going to the store, right? I love apples. I love apples.
Yes.
And I love my Fuji apples.
Mm-hmm.
And it just rubs me raw when someone gives me this tart, because you love tart.
I do like it a little.
Right. So when I get an apple and it's that tart apple, I don't want it. I like the Fuji's, the sweet. And then, but if I keep buying those tart apples because I think it's going to change,
Right.
ain't going to change. It's
Right.
still a tart apple.
Right.
It's the same thing in a relationship. You keep looking for that same thing. Change what you're looking for. Change the pattern. Change is good.
And getting back to the pop the balloon thing, and we're going to have to maybe put that in
We may have to
some of our a reaction video, because they're really, really good and really show you. A lot of times they'll say, well, he's not who I usually typically go for, even though this guy has a great job. He's successful. He has maybe even has his own business, but because of the way he may look, and not ugly, but it's just not my typical type.
I've heard that. And that's why you're on the show, because your typical type don't work.
Right.
Hello.
That's good. That's good. So the next one was, you want someone new to make you feel better. Now, moving on, another.
No, I got to address them as you do it. Let's do that. I want to address them as we do it.
Okay.
Read that again.
You want someone new to make you feel better.
What do we call that? A rebound.
Yes.
Someone new is not going to fix you. It might make you feel better for a moment, but it's not going to fix.
And you have to feel better about yourself. No one can make you feel better long term. As Professor said, it may make you feel better for a while, but if he's not the right person, or you just jumping into a relationship because it was available, that's not going to help you. That you're not healed.
Because you're not healed.
Yeah.
When you jump from relationship to relationship, you're not healed. I think I've mentioned this on our last one. Wonderful lady, plus size. She worked on herself. I put her in touch with makeup and.
Oh, that's the one you mentioned on the last podcast.
And she is doing amazing. And I actually called her and told her I talked about her. And I said, so if you ever listen to the podcast, I talked about you. And she goes, I'm happy you did, because if I can help
somebody, yes.
You know, and we don't mention names, but she worked on herself and she found someone, really nice man. And he said that it was her smile, because that smile, I never saw that smile before.
Wow.
Until she worked on herself, changed how she thought about things and worked on her inside first. Then she worked on the outside, and her smile was humongous. It was like freaking sun. She was amazing.
That's good.
So you have to work on you. You're not healed until you work on you.
That's good. Okay, here's another sign that you may not be healed. You're choosing out of loneliness.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I just need somebody.
You don't. You think you do. We've said this before in other episodes. I'm going to ask you again. Can you go eat by yourself?
Sure.
I can eat by myself, no problem.
I enjoy sometimes that quiet time.
This morning when you went for breakfast.
Yep.
Did you eat by yourself?
I did.
And where was your partner?
Not there.
Okay.
I wanted to have a little
time for yourself.
Exactly.
And that's the thing, is you've got to be able to go out and enjoy life without having to have someone. You got to be able to go out and eat by yourself. If you can do these things, eat by yourself, go out by yourself, go to a movie by yourself. Who cares what people aren't looking at you. Trust me.
No.
People aren't. If anyone's looking at you, it's going to be someone going, man, I admire that person to go out by themselves.
Yep.
You don't need someone.
And we talked about self-love.
Yes.
That's all a part of self-love, knowing that you can hang out by yourself. You love yourself so much that you can hang out with yourself.
Yeah. And trust me, I'm not talking about where I don't need a man. I don't need nobody. Do you know how many times I hear that?
Mm.
And years down the road, after their career has done well or it's busted, one of the two, now you're lonely because your career was your relationship.
Right.
I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about people who, you know, everybody wants to have a partner to share life with. People want to have that feeling of being loved and held. There's nothing wrong with that. But first, you got to be ready mentally, physically, emotionally to accept that.
Yes. Yes. And you touched on this earlier in this podcast. Another sign you may not be healed is you're trying to occupy your time with meaningless dates.
Yeah. I call that the revolving door date because
Yeah.
you're going out, and I'm not talking about those that go out on dates just for free food. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones that go out for dates hoping
That this might be it.
that this is it. You know, or what did you call that again in the last episode? Oh my gosh, I'm brain dead. Hope. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's going to drive me nuts now. You said it, but you're hoping.
Hope loop.
Hope loop. That's it. Hope
Hope
loop.
loop.
Thank you. Hope loop. That you're hoping and hoping that this is it. This is it.
Every relationship.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is it.
No. Well, you'll know it's this if this is it when you're ready.
Right. When you're healed.
You got to be healed and be ready, because that person that's sitting across from you may be looking at you going, oh, yeah, I'm not sure about this. But you're sitting there going, oh my God, he's so cute. Oh my God, I just want to pinch his cheeks. Oh my God. No. First, get to know the person. Stop lusting. Get to know the person. That's teenage stuff. You're a grown-ass person.
Right. And again, before going out on these dates, work on yourself. That's what we're trying to help you to learn the signs of healing.
Gotta heal. Can you imagine? Because this is what you're gonna put in your head, right? If you're not healed, when you go out and you're on a date or whatever, you keep going on these dates, a person who is aware and is in touch with himself and have self-worth, you know what they see when they look over? Somebody with a bunch of band-aids all over them. Because you look like giant Band-Aid. Because it looks like you've been to war and you're not healed.
Right. Right.
You want that person, when they look at you, they go, man, she has a wonderful smile, great personality.
She's got it together.
She has a good career. She knows where she's going. That's attractive.
Yes.
Not the pity, oh, I'm broken. I'm like a little lost puppy. No.
Heal first.
Heal first.
And we're going to go into points of why healing first matters.
Go ahead.
So listeners, take note. Why healing first matters. And unhealed wounds don't disappear. They show up in new relationships. And you just touched on that.
Yes.
They show up in other relationships.
You're never completely healed from a relationship. Over time, you don't think about it. It gets filed away in the back of your brain in a file cabinet, and you don't think about it. The only time you think about it is when it happens again.
Right. Right.
It's just like if you lost a loved one, it hurts, but over time, you don't forget it. You just file it away,
Right.
And then you lose somebody else, and that all these emotions come back again. And that's what we got to learn to do, is separate and learn to go on with your life. And as you go through on with your day and you start slowly letting that person go.
Right. Healing from it.
Heal. You got to heal.
And another reason why healing first matters is you look to your next partner to fix what someone else broke.
Oh.
Yeah.
Please say that again. You're taking them to church today.
You look to your next partner to fix what someone else broke.
If you just met someone new and you're not healed, and you're looking for that person to heal your wounds, that person better be a doctor, a healer, a therapist, whatever, because they will spend their time trying to heal you than work on the relationship.
And you do have, it's not healthy, but you do have people who are in relationships and they think that they can fix that person who's broken.
And what do we call them? The fixers.
Yes. And it strains the whole relationship on both parts. One person's broken, the other one's trying to fix them. And
you can't
fix someone who's broken. No. They have to work on themselves.
Right. They have to go out, get help or whatever for whatever it is that's hurting them. You cannot fix somebody.
Right. Because you attract with when you're healed, you attract with a clear vision when you're grounded.
Yes.
And it's not out of desperation.
I'm going to go back to this lady. Here she is. She worked on her, and she was in a lot of bad relationships. It was like, it was not good. And she'd even tell you it wasn't good. I'm going to see if we can get her on a podcast one day. But the crazy thing is that when you work on yourself, and when people will see you differently, people won't look at you as this, because you could be sitting across from someone who is a fixer and you may not know that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're attracted to you because they think they can fix you, they can hold you, and they can comfort you, and you like that because you think this is going to heal you.
Right.
It doesn't, because neither one of you are invested in the relationship. You're not emotionally invested. You're invested in the healing.
Right. And time is so wasted
on trying to heal,
on trying to fix somebody who's broken, rather than that broken person seeing that, okay, I need to heal myself. I need to take care of me before letting someone try to fix me. I need to fix what's broken.
I read a story about a lady. She was in a car accident and she became paralyzed from the waist down. And she didn't date for, I think it was almost 10 years because she didn't think nobody could love her because she was broken.
Physically.
Mm-hmm. But she worked on herself, and she was in a coffee shop and there was no seats. And the guy asked if he could sit. They struck up a conversation. They would meet and have coffee. And here they are married.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So if the right person will come into your life at the right time, but that right person can't come because you're not healed.
Right.
You have to. And she said, in the thing I read, she said that she had to heal mentally and physically
to be able to accept a relationship,
to accept what he was giving her.
That's good. And I have to say this again, because when you're healed, your vision is clear of what you need, what you want, and what you won't tolerate.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're not in a desperate situation to be in a relationship. You know exactly what you want, what you need, and what you will not tolerate.
Because you don't have those tainted goggles on looking at the world and relationships. Now you've got those tainted goggles off and you're seeing clearly. And that's what you want.
And you're able to rip those bandages off.
That's right. Pull that band-aids off and heal.
Right.
Just like the song says, I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I shouldn't sing.
No, don't. Let's not sing. Okay, now here's some common mistakes made in the healing phase. Rushing the process. In other words, trying to fast forward this pain, and it usually delays the real healing.
Yeah.
When you fast forward the pain, it delays the true healing.
And I'm going to give you an example of that. Young lady coming out of a bad relationship. She went away, took a vacation, and I said to her that I'm happy for you taking a vacation, but this isn't going to heal you. So she went on vacation and she's thinking that when she comes back, it'll be good. But you come back to the same house, to the same area, to the same places where you were spending time with your ex. So now you've had that little freedom. Now you come back and you walk right back into the same thing.
Right.
Don't think by taking a trip it's going to heal you, because that was just a short band-aid you put on yourself. Healing comes with time, with working on yourself, even getting help to work on yourself.
Right. And as I said, don't try to fast forward. Don't try to push through that pain.
Speed up the process.
Exactly, so fast, because it's just going to delay the healing.
Put it in the loop.
It takes time to work on yourself. And you may need to work on yourself through a relationship coach, through a counselor, through therapy, whatever it takes. You can't fast forward through the pain when you know you're in pain, when you know you're having a hard time releasing that relationship. You may need a little help.
Yeah, and time.
And
don't put it into fast gear and think you're going to outrun it.
Right.
It'll only catch up.
Yep.
Because the moment you're to slow down, there it is.
Right.
Whoops, there it is.
And then and fast forwarding into jumping into relationships, as we mentioned before, that does not work. You've got to get through the pain and the anguish, the anger, what anxiety, whatever emotions you dealt with in that relationship and that you're still dealing with once it's gone.
Yeah.
That has to be fixed before you find a healthy relationship, before you're able to get into a healthier relationship.
And it doesn't matter how long the relationship was, whether it's a month or 6 months or 6 years or whatever it is. Always allow yourself, allow yourself time to heal.
Right. And another common mistake made in the healing process is isolating yourself.
Oh.
Healing doesn't mean cutting yourself off from society. And a lot of people do. A lot of people will just shut themselves off from society. I'm not going out with my friends. I'm not going out, period. I'm just going to just sit here and wallow in my pain and frustration and anger and loneliness.
You know what a lot of that is shame, failure. You blame yourself. And you don't want to go out, you don't want to confront the world because you don't want people to know, or, because you assume that people are going to look at you as you couldn't even keep a relationship together. You couldn't do this. People hide because they're afraid of what the outside world is saying. Don't shut yourself off, because that's part of healing.
Yes.
You have to get out.
Right. And you should have friends that can help you get through this. You should have friends that you can hang with.
And we're not talking about the friend that says, I told you it ain't no good. That's not the type of friend we're talking about. We're talking about the ride or die friend that listens and doesn't judge.
Well, but sometimes they do say that.
Yeah, they do.
Sometimes it does come out that way, but they mean well. They mean what because sometimes people on the outside will see more of what you see being on the inside.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
And until you
good
see
friends will see the change in you.
Right.
And then not the change for good.
And until you see for yourself that this person is not right for your life, that a lot of times no one else can help you with that.
Right.
No matter how many times you hear you shouldn't be with them, they're not good for you, but until you see it for yourself and then heal from it.
I'm going to say this. When you get up in the morning, you're brushing your teeth, you're fixing your hair, you're doing all this stuff, and you look in the mirror and you no longer see yourself, you're not healed.
Yeah.
you're lost.
Yeah.
It's when you can stand in front of the mirror and you can go, yeah, I'm back.
Right. That's it. And another common mistake made in the healing process is that you fantasize over the past.
Oh,
You remember the highlights, but you ignore the reality. The highlights. Oh, we went on trips. We uh, we went on expensive dates, to expensive restaurants,
yes.
but you don't look at the reality of the demeaning personality that he had, demeaning
The
you.
controlling and all those things. Let's just, a lot of time, and you hear us saying, women, because this happens a lot with women more, but men too go through this. They will play the highlight reel. It's like when the game is over and they play all the highlights. That's what people do. They play the highlight reel in their head. Oh my gosh, I remember, we went out for dinner, we came back, and the sex was so good, and you cuddled me, and we went out and we were on this boat trip. You're playing all these highlight reels in your head, trying to convince yourself
that maybe it wasn't that bad.
Right. Or it was me. No, don't do that to yourself.
Right.
The moment you start thinking like that, you got to jump up and say, go for a walk, go to the gym, work out, get that out.
Get that out of your head.
Because the moment you start playing those highlight reels, it doesn't end well.
Nope. And here's another common mistake made in the healing process is that you tell yourself you're ready, but you're not really. It's too soon. You might feel better, but you haven't done the work. Again, until that work is done with a coach or a counselor or a therapist, when you need to fix what's broken inside.
Yes.
You need to fix that and heal from the inside out.
Especially when it was a very deep relationship with a lot of, abuse, controlling, all those things where it held you at hostage. You can't heal by yourself. You got to get some help.
Unless you're really, really good
if you're really,
at self-healing.
If you're really, really good at self-healing, we'll come aboard. We'll hire you. But you've got to, because we don't sit here and give you all this stuff. We've been through stuff ourselves. We've had so much experience, not just personally, but through all the coaching we've done,
Right.
training we've done. And so if you've only been in a relationship for a month, it's not too bad to heal yourself, unless it was an abusive relationship or something. But typically, you've been in a relationship for a few months, couple of years, you're going to need some form of help. And we're not saying us, but from anybody that is a good reputable that can help you.
And nothing's wrong with having a therapist, a coach, or...
There's absolutely nothing. You'll never hear us say, come to us, come to us, come. We're not going to ever tell you that, because we want you to pick what's good for you and get help. And
a lot of people nowadays are going towards having a therapist on speed dial.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, because when you rush into a relationship, the old patterns may show up.
Yes.
And I like this. I use this. I haven't used it in a long time, but your picker may be broken.
Your picker or pecker?
No, picker.
Picker.
Pick a relationship, when you're picking somebody to date, picking somebody to have a relationship with, picking somebody that you want in your life, your picker might be broken. So
yeah. And it's funny because you heard me talk about apples earlier. I bought some apples, and it's funny how people can stand there and go through the fruit and take their time and pick the right thing. But you can't take the time to pick a good relationship.
Right.
Come on.
Right. Yeah. Take your time.
Take your time.
Fix your picker.
Yeah. Fix your picker. Picker, not pecker. Picker.
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 Now let's look at what healing really looks like in practice.
Go for it.
Okay, instead of busying yourself, you actually process the hurt. You don't ignore the hurt. You don't ignore the pain. You don't ignore the struggles of that relationship. You actually process it. And we said in our last podcast, journal what happened in that relationship so you can actually see it for yourself.
Yeah, because journaling is like an authentic replay as opposed to because over time, your feelings change the story.
Right. And a lot of times
fit your feelings.
Right. A lot of times you cannot depend on your feelings.
Right.
You have to look at the actual process, the actual happenings of that relationship.
Absolutely.
For you.
Like I said, if we were to walk around with a camera strapped to our chest in life and we play it back, we'd be shocked on some of the stuff that we do.
Right. Right. And another visual of what healing looks like. You can admit where you ignored the red flags. Oh, how many times have you heard, I saw the signs, but I ignored them.
Because that smile was so cute and those dimples.
Or the highlights of that relationship.
Yep.
You ignored the red flags because of the highlights.
Yes.
And
just because there is a few good times, they don't outweigh the bad times.
Right. So when you can admit that you ignore the red flags, I'm sure you'll try hard not to ignore them in the next relationship. And then here's another, what healing looks like. You start trusting your decisions. And here we go. Not just your feelings.
Yep.
Feelings will lead you down a path that into the dark alleys, into the...
Don't go, a lot of time people will take the feelings and use it as, oh, this is meant to be.
Right. Yeah, feelings will lead you into
Do not go by
that dark path.
Because feelings is that lustful, that hormone, that, sexual thing. It's very misleading.
Right. And again, when you look at your journal and you look at the true happenings of the relationship and how things went, and if you're not in it went left instead of right, you'll make better decisions. You'll make clear decisions.
And sex does not heal.
No.
Because a lot of time they've had an argument, something, they had sex, and then, oh, they really love me. No.
And you forget about the hurt for a while.
Right.
Until it happens again. But you have to be clear on what you will or will not accept and follow through with it. You have to follow through with what you will and will not accept. Not just say it, okay, I'm not, next relationship, I'm not going to accept being ignored. I'm not going to accept the inconsistency, of...
And they have to be legitimate things. Just because a guy didn't call you back that evening because they got busy and they didn't come back until late and they didn't want to disturb you or whatever, but they called you the next day, don't take that as a red flag. Stuff gets in the way. We're talking about the constant, repetitive things that happen all the time.
Right. The serious stuff, the belittling, the maybe the abuse or the pushing or the shoving or name calling. These are things that you really have to look at.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to accept that, you have to follow through with it.
Right.
Not let it happen in the next relationship. Well, he just called me out of my name just because we were angry. No, that shouldn't be even in anger.
I never called my partner out of her name, ever.
Yeah, it even in anger, it should not be where they're belittling you and calling you out of your name or pushing you around. That's you have to know.
There's a difference between joking around, and joking with your partner, and oh, fat ass, and that's some joking around. You both laugh about it, but when it's malicious and when it's hateful, that's not acceptable.
It's not acceptable and should not be accepted.
No.
Now, how do you know you're ready to date again? I have some pointers, Professor.
Go for it.
Okay, here's how you know you're ready to date again. You can talk about the past without being triggered or get riled up, or in other words, getting all crazy.
Right.
And then you know you want and what you know what I'm sorry, you know what does and what doesn't work for you.
I think that's a hard thing for
Yeah.
people to see what works, because, and we're not saying this is all stuff is easy. This is not what we're saying. This is stuff that you have to work on, and it's not easy because you're in a habit.
Yeah.
And habits are hard to break because you pick the same thing. Just like we talked about that show, Pop the Balloon or whatever it's called. And, it's not my typical type. Well, why are you there in the show? Because obviously your typical type's not been working.
Not working.
So that's what you have to look at. You can't say, well, I like them like this, I like them like that. It's got you nowhere.
Right.
It's time for a change, and take the change seriously.
And when we spoke of journaling, if you journal, some people have a list of what they want in a relationship, what they want in their significant other.
Mm-hmm.
They have a list. Write down the list of what you will and will not accept, what you want and what you don't want in a relationship. Write these things down so you can visually see, making note of it and following through with it.
Absolutely. But they've got to be legitimate things.
Yeah.
Not that they didn't take the trash out when I said.
Or he wears checkered shirts.
Yeah.
Or he likes flannel shirts.
Or, I don't like that he wears these torn boxer shorts. Got to be legitimate. Everybody's, I've got a pair of boxers that the thing has got a tear in it. It's one of my favorite ones.
Oh, wow.
Who cares?
Okay.
But that what I'm saying is pick not stupid things. A lot of time in a relationship, people focus on stupid stuff.
Because you know what you want in a relationship. You know what makes you feel good. You know what lifts you. So write these things down, and so you see it and you follow through with it.
And it doesn't have to be a written journal, because now they've got apps that journal video apps where you can actually have your phone and you can be talking into it. They have audio journals.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to write anymore now with the advent of apps and everything else. There's stuff for everything. So, technology's there to help you. So you can do a video journal apps they've got where you can do a quick video on stuff like that. So when we say journal, it doesn't have to be actual writing. You can do video, you can do audio on this all type of stuff.
But then play it back so you remind yourself, these are the things that I'm looking for in my next relationship.
Exactly.
This is what I need in my next relationship.
And not stupid things like, well, you didn't take the trash out when I said. Let's make something clear. A guy has a ton of things to think about. He has to think about all the bills, the mortgage, the rent, the car notes, all these things, and dealing with work. And because he doesn't take the trash out when you say that, come on, let that go.
So in the journaling, it would be, I want somebody to take out the trash. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That I need somebody to take out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's petty.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times when you ask a guy to do something, he'll do it, but he'll do it because he may be sitting there right now, come home from work, and he's trying to unwind, and his brain's going a billion miles an hour, and I take a trash out. And just give him a minute. All right? It's not that serious.
Now, here's another pointer of how you know you're ready to date again. Dating doesn't feel intentional. It's not urgent. So you don't need to rush out and find somebody to date. Or
here's a good thing. When you're ready to get back into dating, don't date. Go meet a friend for coffee. If you've met someone, keep it as, well, I'm happy to go, have coffee with you. Don't make it a date. See if you're ready. use that as a tester to see if you're ready.
Right. And then if you're not looking and you don't really want to jump into another dating scenario, spend time with your friends.
That's it.
Go out with your friends. Hang out with your friends.
Exactly.
Exactly. And then
and don't be afraid to go to your friend's barbecue by yourself.
Right.
Because trust me, there are going to be people there at the barbecue going, man, I wish I could do that.
Right. And you're not looking for someone to fill the gap. You already feel whole.
Right.
If you feel that you're not enough by yourself, that is a problem.
Yes. You gotta, again, that is feeling good about yourself and being prepared to take on the world.
Right. And I have a few questions for our listeners to think about. If you're thinking about questioning whether or not you're ready for a relationship, here's number one. Have I addressed the old patterns from my past relationships?
Oh, that's good.
Number two, do I trust myself to walk away from something that doesn't feel right?
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. So you have any last points before I go to my conclusion?
Love yourself, build strength around yourself, and don't make yourself to feel weak. You're strong, and this is just but a moment in time. You will heal.
Yes. So in conclusion, I hope you made notes and take notes. But healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about coming back to yourself. The healthier you are emotionally, the healthier your relationship will be. Just take your time. Don't rush or force yourself into a relationship, because you become it, and it determines who you're attracting and who you're attracted to. And finally, healing takes time, and not the kind of time you measure in days or weeks, but the kind you measure in growth, in awareness, in small shifts. And that's not something to rush. That's something to get right.
I love it.
Yes. So, Professor, you have any last words?
Thank you to our awesome listeners.
Thank you.
And I guess I'll see you on the next one.
Yes, we look forward to seeing you on the next one.
And if we help a few people and it touched you, drop us a line. Let us know.
Yes. And we want to thank you, listeners, for being a part of the Relationship Coaching Group community. And if today's conversation resonated with you, remember that strong relationships don't just happen. They're built with awareness, communication, and the courage to grow together. And if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss future conversations about dating, relationships, emotional growth, and building deeper connection. And if you know someone who might benefit from today's topic, share this episode with them. And you can find us at relationshipcoachinggroup.com, where you'll have all the information. And if you want to give us a topic suggestion, feel free. And until next time, speak your needs clearly, listen without interrupting, and remember, you're not alone. Together, we got this.
We got you.